Hi everyone, and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to turn your Terry's chocolate oranges into a gorgeous winter robin. Very basic, limited equipment needed. You do not need cutters to add the snowflake or the mistletoe. Those can easily be left out. So great for any new beginner baker. As always, I guide you through everything step by step, so let's make a start. Taking a milk Terry's chocolate orange egg, I simply unwrap this and place it directly onto some baking paper. Using liquid glucose, I place a small amount of this in a little tub, and using a brush, I simply brush over the Terry's chocolate orange egg. Liquid glucose is just liquid sugar. It will give something for the fondant to stick to, but if you don't have this, you can also use piping gel. Roll out exactly 150 grams of brown fondant and try to keep it into a circular shape. Gently place this over your Terry's chocolate orange, negotiating the pleats from the top to the bottom. Using a sharp knife, cut off any excess fondant. Finally, using a flexible smoother, I gently push the excess fondant just under the base of the Terry's chocolate orange and then cut off any excess. Using a Dresden 2-log cocktail stick, now place indentations across the whole surface area of the fondant whilst it is still soft. This will give more of a fur-like effect. Using red fondant, I then simply cut out a heart shape and apply this directly to the front of my robin with some edible glue. For the eyes, I make it easier by using a ball tool and start by placing 2 indentations into the fondant. Add 1 white ball of fondant to each indentation. Add 1 small black ball on top of the white. Roll out 2 small cone shapes for the eyelashes. And finally, for the centre of each eye, add 2 very small white pieces of fondant. Using a small circle cutter, I then simply add indentations to the robin's red breast. Roll out a small amount of orange fondant into a cone shape. This will be the robin's nose, and simply stick on with some edible glue. Off camera for the mouth, I just used the ball tool, placed 2 indentations and then used a cocktail stick. You don't need to do this if you don't want to. Taking the leftover brown fondant and a circle cutter, I simply cut out a circle and then turn this into more of an oval shape, again using the circle cutter. These are going to be the wings. Add this to the robin's side with some edible glue and using a cocktail stick, place in some indentations. Repeat this process for the other side. For the log, I simply roll out a sausage shape, cut an indentation in one end, roll these out just a little bit more, and then again, using the cocktail stick, add some more detail on there. I simply glue this directly to the front of the robin. I then shape small pieces of white fondant in my hand for the snow and simply stick this directly to my log. For the feet, I simply roll out 2 cone shapes in orange, cut 2 indentations into these and then place it directly on the front of the robin on top of the log. And finally, for our robin's hat, I take a ball of white fondant, place this directly on top of the chocolate orange and just push it down. This will be the rim of the hat. Then, using a ball of red fondant, I simply turn this into a cone shape, place it directly on top of the white and just bend it around. I add a few indentations using a cocktail stick. Then, using some very fine scissors, I just go around the rim of the hat and also the ball, just to add more of an effect. And there we have it. All I did using some of my cutters was add a snowflake and the mistletoe, but as you can see, it looked just as beautiful without those being added. Happy baking, guys. If this is the first one you have watched, there are another 5 different Christmassy Terry's chocolate orange tutorials on the channel, and there are now 191 completely free detailed tutorials. Happy baking, guys, and I'll be back with more new completely free content very soon.